Hola, welcome. Today is Tuesday at 8 o'clock. By the way, y'all, I haven't been on here in forever. Forever. And I was supposed to be here at 7 a.m. is what I told everybody. And then I had like a million and one things that came about that had me just be like, what are you doing? You're going on at 8 o'clock. And that's a time that I can actually commit to. So let's talk about, well, first of all, welcome to Prosper's Playhouse. This is a show where I'm going to be explaining the beginning steps of hula hooping and what it means to actually get the hoop to stay up. It's pretty basic. So this is a pretty basic hula hoop class. And if you don't follow me already or subscribe, please subscribe and follow. And if you would like to leave any comments or anything like that, you'll have to be a subscriber in order to do that. So a few things to know about hula hoops is obviously they are in a particular diameter. So you want to make sure that the space that you're in provides you with enough, what do you call it? This is periwinkle. She'll be moving in and out of the scene at any time that she feels like it, because this is really her house. And so diameter of hula hoop is going to determine what kind of space you're able to have to be able to hula hoop. Some hula hoops are larger, some hula hoops are smaller. One thing that's really important to know about your hula hoop is size. I think that somebody never explained it to me. And because nobody explained it to me, I had to really figure this out on my own. And just a few different tips around figuring out things about hula hoops. Hula hoops come in different weights. They come in different sizes and colors, obviously. However, one thing that I really wish somebody told me about hula hoops before I actually purchased a hula hoop is what works for different body types doesn't work for all body types. Or you don't have to choose a hoop just because of your body type. You could be very tall and choose a smaller hoop. What you want to know is that a larger hoop will move slower around you and a smaller hoop will move a lot faster. So I will give you an example of that with two different hula hoops. So, and you can do pretty much anything, no matter if the space is small or large. My space looks very tiny on the screen, but I actually have a lot of space to be able to move around. So first of all, this hoop size is way thicker than this hoop size. As you can see, the diameter of the hoop is larger and this diameter is smaller. So you can see in height-wise where they hit on me. So it's a little bit larger. And then the next thing that you can also tell about these hoops is that this one is fatter in thickness and the tubing on this is skinnier. So you can see it side by side. Got that? And this hoop is just a little bit wider. It's a little thicker, the tubing, than this one. So you can just see kind of different sizes. I think that's really important because people think that these little things make such a difference. I carry my hoop with me just about everywhere I go, and having the difference in size makes a huge, it changes the difficulty in when I'm swinging my hoop and moving my hoop. So that the weight distribution, everything becomes very much like part of you once you start hooping. So we're going to talk about keeping the hoop up in a basic movement around your waist. So nothing too complicated, just simply around your waist. And I just want to thank you for coming and joining. Remember to subscribe, follow, and share. And then also follow me on Instagram at Goddess Prosper. So let's start with a bigger hoop. A lot of people tend to say that they have exercising hoops at home, which are bigger. And I want to start with the bigger hoops. This way we can all feel super comfortable. I'm just going to take these two and lay them right here on my ballet bar. Or not. All right, so this hoop, what you want to do is you want to make sure you bring it to the back of you. So, like so. A lot of people, when they start hooping, I don't know why, but they tend to go like this and then try to move the hoop around them. You can see how that would not give you full range of your arm if you try to do that. Not to say that you couldn't do it, so let's see. But it makes it really hard to get the momentum for your arm because you're not thrusting it forward with your arm left and right. You want to push it. So pushing it forward is what's going to keep you moving. So just starting right off with hooping, you want to make sure that you're moving the hoop from your back like such. And then you're thrusting it with your arm to the right or to the left. And as you can see, like there is not much movement in my body. However, the greatest trick that I've ever learned with hooping is from my mother. And when I was little, I had a hard time keeping it up, basically because of height, and I was short, and I just couldn't figure out how to keep it up, and it would always keep falling. And a lot of people go, Prosper, how do you keep the hoop up? You're barely moving your body. So the best training that I've ever got, and I don't see this on a lot of videos when I'm looking around for hula hooping. And there's a good lesson in learning like which way or who you're going to listen to. But the question is who you're going to listen to. Is you're going to listen to people who are able to do what you're able to do. I mean, what you're looking to do. So listen to those who are doing what you want to do. Don't listen to, it's like you wouldn't go to an Italian restaurant looking for Chinese food. And what I mean by that is an expert in hula hooping is where you would go. But I wouldn't consider myself an expert in hula hooping. However, I'm an expert in playing. And being an expert in playing is like be able to go to somebody who makes you feel comfortable with yourself. Like making mistakes is a big deal with hula hooping. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. So let's show you how this goes. You're going to bend your knees slightly, and you're going to stick your butt out just a little bit, like as if you're going to sit down on a chair. And I really want you to like imagine sitting down on a chair, because once you get that sitting motion, you'll realize what you're doing. So here's a seat, and sit down, right? Because people go, oh, I don't stick my butt out. Well, you stick your butt out every single time you sit in a chair. And it's okay. You're not going to die. So you're going to sit down like this. But you're going to actually have your knees pushed forward a little bit. And then your back, you're not going to have it straight. You're going to have it bent forward. And the reason why this is because the difference between the hoop falling this way is higher likelihood of it falling than if you had your back bent forward. Similar is that like you have your arm. If you have the hoop sideways on your arm, it is not going to fall off your arm because it's just going to keep going in a circle. Unless if you put your arm down, then it's going to fall because you're not knowing how to keep it up, right? So your knees are bent, your back goes forward like this. And I want you to take the hoop and send it around you. And that is how you're going to keep it up. Now, I'm going to give it to you in a different direction here so you can see it in two different directions. The hoop is literally, I am bent over and it is on my back. So on my back, I can literally do this and it'll stay. So I really want to give you that image of it staying because it's not going anywhere. So then you can relax and rest assured that it won't fall. And if it does fall, like no big deal. Making mistakes is such a great thing. And at Prosper's Playhouse, we want you to make a lot of mistakes. And here we go. So we're going to do it this way and send it around. You can pump your knees if you want to. If you don't want to, just get used to it going around your body. And if it falls or slows down, just stop it. Now that you got used to that movement of it moving around your waist, I want you to imagine doing it now. This time that you're going to do it, you're actually going to pump your knees. So you're moving your knees up and down to get your body to go up and down a little bit to create momentum. So knees are in position, your back is lean and tilted forward. The hoop is on you. You're going to roll it around your waist. And by the way, some people are left-handed, so you may want to move in their left-handed position. Or if you're right-handed, you want to move in the right-handed position. So I'll move this way and I'll thrust it in the left. So this way you can see me with my left hand pushing it this way. So this way, actually, that way. How did I do it? I did it this way last time. So, yeah. So I'm going to do right hand to the left side. So right hand. And I don't know which way, which direction the camera makes it seem, but we're going to thrust it to our left hand side. And remember, back is tilted forward, knees are bent. Your abdominal muscles are held in. So you're holding and contracting your abdominal muscles. So like just holding your tummy. And then go to the side and pump your knee. If it falls, no big deal. Pick it back up again. Or just stop and keep going. So here we go again. You see that? It might hit your knees, but if it starts to hit your knees, that's okay. Just stop and start again. The point is to get used to the rhythm. And often it's the rhythm that we have to find for ourselves. So the hoop, think less of trying to keep the hoop up and you more so trying to find your rhythm to the axis of like the planet. And the reason why I say this is that the planet spins on an axis, and we do too. But we don't think of ourselves as planets and things orbiting around us. But in life, things literally orbit around us. And at some point, we learn to control that orbiting as we get more mature or more wisdom, more knowledge, more under or inner standing around things. So think of your hoop as an axis, and you're going to keep this axis up. You're going to learn to get the orbiting of the hoop. It's your orbit. And the great thing about hooping is like no two people hoop the same because every person has their own hoop axis or their own, what do you call it? Their own orbiting. So find your orbit and move with your orbit. So, and the more that I do it, you're going to see that you're going to see yourself doing it. So just put it around your waist, let it fall if it does, and practice moving with the hoop. Now, one thing about turning, we're probably not there yet, but turning is such a great way to keep a hoop up if it starts to fall. Now, why do you say that? Because when you're looking at a planet moving, gravity stay to the earth because of the pull and push of gravity and like outer forces and all these things. You literally turning is causing the hoop to pull towards you. So you start to be the middle planet on the center and watch things come towards you. And I want you to imagine that also with the hoop when you're turning. If you do choose to just do a little turn, you might do a little turn and it falls and you're like, I can't do this. But literally, you want to turn with the hoop. So if I'm turning this way, if I'm hooping this way, I really want to hoop that way. Now, turning is like literally, when I say turn, I mean like do a turn, like as if you're doing a dance move, you'll feel the hoop stick to your body. But don't get frustrated if it keeps falling. Just simply focus on you're bending the knees, your butt's out just a little bit, and turn and twist. So y'all, that is the first step for basic people learning how to hoop, and especially with a larger hoop, okay? So we're gonna move to a smaller hoop. Now I love my smaller hoop. Why do I love my smaller hoop? I love my smaller hoop because it moves so fast, and I love how fast it moves. So if you're gonna do a hoop that is smaller, remember it's going to move a lot faster. So with this, the second move that I want to show you, if getting it on your, if you're focusing on your waist, that's perfect. Now the next move that I want to show you is a simple back and forth. So maybe the waist feels a little harder for you, but I definitely will say do not move to this hoop trick till you've mastered the trick for around your waist. Once again, it's just the way it goes. Master the basics before you move to the more advanced things. So now this move is meant to be the hoop straight on your back. Your arms are holding it at either side. And it's at the back of your arms as well. And what you're going to do with this is you're going to actually thrust it from side to side and stop. So it's like that and like that. So what it looks like in slow motion, you're thrusting it to the left, you're catching it, keep that arm up, thrust it to the right, and hold your arms there. So it might fall, but you're going to get used to catching it. That's what it looks like in slow motion. But in fast motion, it looks like this. Because I'm actually bringing my arms down each time to touch my thigh a little bit, but balancing it. And you can see it on another angle. And then to the back. And it's such a cool illusion for the hoop. But the great thing about this illusion, it's not just a thing of like, oh my God, I'm playing with the hoop, this feels so great. It also gives definition for your arms. So a lot of people are like, oh my God, Prosper, I love your arms. And I really wanted to show you guys this trick because I really wanted to focus on how you could do small things that will make such a difference for your core and for your arms. This move will probably make your arms feel pretty sore, but not the kind of sore that you're thinking about like lifting weights. Like a little bruising from, and I'm telling you this in advance because you might be like, oh my God, Prosper, I have bruises. But the bruises will go away. It's just naturally circulating the energy around your arms a little bit because the hoop, you're not used to having something hit against your arm because you're really, by the way, like I'm really hitting it on my back to get the rotation. You don't have to do that, but if you do that, you'll learn that your movement is more structured, and having that structured movement will have you be able to do things like this. So you really want to practice. And you see, once again, I'm putting my back over. So hooping is not simply holding your body straight. It is about moving your body in different motions. So those are the two tricks. This movement might get very frustrating for you because the first moment you're like, it's not staying up. It's just like the basic move of it going around your waist. It definitely will stay up with practice. You might have it fall 100 times before you get it to actually stay up, but stick with it. Please do not give up. Do not give up. And remember, the heavier the hoop, the easier is for it to stay up. The smaller the hoop, the lighter it is and harder it is to stay up, or more difficulty for it to stay up. The next thing you're going to do is I really want you to focus on keeping it around the waist, standing straight. So once you've mastered this move with it going like this, I really want you to take your back and slowly begin to rise up. So with these two moves, you're really focusing on your biceps, triceps. You're giving yourself nice definition in your arms, and you're really going to love your arms after those two moves. And practicing it will make it so much easier for you. So here we're going to go again with the waist and sitting, going from sitting position and leaning forward to standing up. These two things will master your hula hooping skills, and we can go into like so many more tricks and dips and things like that in the next videos coming along. So back to your waist, you're going to go in a circle, but we haven't mastered that yet, right? So we're here, we're going to go like this, and you see I'm going to keep going up and keep going down. So up and then down and then up. It's a little awkward. Be awkward with your body. Be willing to move your body in different movements. And with the lighter hoop, remember, it's going to go a lot faster. So if you do not want the speed and you want to go like slow, you could actually just do a bigger hoop. So those are the two moves that I want to show you today. Really get a lot of fun out of it. Move your body, put on some music, and go to your silly side. Like there's the side that's like easy, and then there's that awkward side where you're not so good at it. So practice going in both directions, left and right hooping. You'll find that maybe, well, this is what I found out for myself. I really love going to the right because I was really good at it and I'm right-handed. And then when I went to my left side, I was like, wow, I really like the left side so much better. It became more easier for me to do tricks, and I find myself going to the left way more because it's almost like I don't have a preconceived thing about it. So it's easier usually to learn something when you have more forgiveness for yourself to make a lot of mistakes. So if you've made a lot of mistakes, I want to congratulate you today for making tons of mistakes. Please make a lot more mistakes. And then when you've made your mistakes, literally just pick it back up and keep going. That's our hooping class for today. I hope that's helped you out in learning how to do some basic moves with the hoops. And another great thing that I forgot to tell you, which I probably should have put at the beginning of the video, is breathe. Don't hold your breath. A lot of people, when they're hooping, they forget to breathe. So really just taking air in and breathing in and out while you're hooping. Don't hold your breath because holding your breath will literally have the hoop fall, like if you hold your breath. So it's like really relaxing into it, giving your body forgiveness. Breath is forgiveness. It's life. It's everything for us. So between air, water, and all the beautiful elements of fire, and I'm forgetting something. Wind, wait, air, water, fire, come on, y'all, earth, duh, our bodies. So enjoy your hula hooping, dancing, and some basic moves. I really love that you guys came to watch me, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. Please share, follow, and like, and subscribe to my videos. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye.